This video is a brief demonstration overview of using Electrical Bid Manager with PlanSwift. We'll get into some of the more detailed and advanced features on some of the other help videos. This is really just intended to get you started. Now I've already created the job in EBM. Up at the top here you'll see the name of the job. If I go to Settings and Job Settings, under Job Info you'll also see the name of the job. That's the EBM job number. Now I'm going to create the same job in PlanSwift. You can open up PlanSwift from the Start button. You can come into EBM under Tools and hit PlanSwift. When I select New to create a new job, it automatically puts the job number in. I'm going to paste the job name in, and when you hit Next, it goes to the step where you bring in the drawings. So you could navigate with the Browse button to anywhere on your system to select the drawings or folders that you want. I'm just going to pick this one page here. It's a power plan. When I hit Next, so you hit Next and Finish. So now we're actually ready to start our takeoff. In EBM, you actually select the assembly that you want to enter. So if I'm going to count some devices, I go to Device Assemblies, Receptacles, Flush, Wood or Metal Stud, Duplex, and I'm going to pick a 20 amp spec gray with a plastic plate. So instead of manually entering the count here, I just hit the PlanSwift icon so that I can count it electronically. So I'm going to start by zooming in a little bit. I'm going to move up to the top right part of the drawing, left part of the drawing, so I can count. And all we do now is just start counting. When you click with your mouse, it marks it on the drawing electronically. You can go as fast as you want. Now, you can continue counting the whole page, or you can stop right now and count something else. If I want to finish what I'm doing for now, I hit the little red button at the top to stop the digitizing, and that'll bring the count, the quantity, back into EBM. When you hit OK, it finishes that entry, puts the materials down there on the bottom of the audit trail, and you can go count or measure something else. So if I want to do some quad receptacles, we go back to that folder, make the selection, hit the PlanSwift icon, and just start counting. It automatically makes some color selections for you. You can change those if you don't like them. Again, the little red button to stop the digitizing brings the count back into EBM. You hit OK. Now if I want to continue counting those duplex receptacles, I can do that by selecting it in PlanSwift or in EBM. It doesn't matter. If I go back to duplex, 20 amp, the icon brings me back so I can continue counting. So now you'll see the total count of 22. When I stop the digitizing here, it brings back the additional 8. When I hit OK, it updates that in the audit trail. Now measuring is the same approach. You find what you want to measure. I'm going to go to Wire and Conduit Takeoff. Before I do that, I'm just going to go back to PlanSwift and show you what I'm going to measure. There's a 60 amp disconnect here, and it runs up to panel PP2. So I'm going to set the scale first here to 1/8 inch equals a foot. If you don't set the scale, it'll prompt you to do that anyway. There's also a feature which lets you check the scale, but for now we're just going to go with the scale as is. Then again, back in EBM, I go to Branch Circuits. I'm going to use a saved assembly here under EMT, 1 inch with 3/6 and a 10. To digitize the length, you just hit the little PlanSwift icon, click where you're going to start the measurement, and drag your mouse straight up to where you're ready to make a change in direction. Drag over here to the panel, and then we're stopping there, and we've got 63 feet. The little red button stops the digitizing. Now if I want to count runs or put elbows or drops in, I can hit the little count button here. I'm going to count that as 1 run. I can also put elbows in just by simply, again, going to the elbow icon. I'm going to put one here, here, and here. And then finally, I'm also going to add a drop at the end here. Now, this 60 amp disconnect is mounted above the ceiling, and we need to drop down to the panel. So to put a drop in, you just right click, hit add drop riser. We're going to drop that 10 feet. Click here, and we're done with that entry. The red button stops the digitizing. Back in EBM, there's the total length, the total number of elbows, total number of runs. The length is 73, 63 plus the 10-foot drop. When you hit takeoff, that entry's done. I'll put in 10 feet of makeup wire. So that's how you do measuring and counting. Everything else is pretty simple from there.